Well, man.
Yo, bless.
This thing about... Have I ever told you the story of how I asked Brittany to marry me?
I don't recall it, but to be honest, I got a bad memory, so go ahead.
Okay, so... this might create another bad memory, but everybody buckle in, because this is a wild ride. So... The Friday, so it's our 5-year anniversary. This is the one that in the past episode I told you guys about that I didn't say anything to her on the day of. So that was a good start. Didn't know it at the time. But on the Friday, I was at work and I was telling all the guys, hey, I got all these plans. We're going out to this Black and Blue Steakhouse. I legit went on Google and typed in steakhouses in Vancouver. And then I looked at all the menus. And the first steakhouse that had the $50 steak was the cheapest one. That's the one I went to.
Okay.
So I was balling at the minute. And I was like, we're going all out. Get the hotel at Cascades Casino.
Okay.
We were going all out. So I tell all the guys this, and then they're like, so you're proposing? I'm like, what are you talking about? Where did that come from? They're like,
so you were planning this, and the proposal wasn't in the plan?
Yes. And now you know, Britt. Exposed myself real early on this one.
No.
Exposed myself real early. So, and they're saying this, and I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you're doing all of this. This is your 5-year anniversary. She's gonna expect a ring, and I'm like, nah, you guys are tripping. You guys are tripping. Then the end of the day comes, and I'm like, no, she's gonna expect a ring, and like, I'm like. We've talked about getting married. She's like, well, as long as we get married before I'm 25, we're good. I had like 2 years to go. But I was like, okay, no, I'm doing it today. Went out. About 36 minutes later, I bought the ring. That was how quick I decided. I was like, I knew I wanted to marry her, but I just didn't know it was going to be that moment.
Do you want to give you respect on? I gave you respect on recognizing the moment and pulling the trigger without hesitation.
Yeah, no, there's no hesitation.
Pull the trigger.
I didn't, because that was the other thing I was thinking. I'm like, if I'm even having this discussion right now, that means that I either want to get married to her or I don't. I wanted to, so I was like, hey, well, we're fucking doing it now. Didn't realize how fucking expensive rings were, especially when you don't budget for it. So I get there and...
This guy's like 5 minutes ago was saying, I was nice at the time. And then literally after this moment, I'm not nice anymore. We need the cheap steak.
No, I was nice.
Okay.
I was nice. But, like, that's a lot of niceness. But I get there and the lady's like, oh, well, this is like a nice one, blah, blah, blah. And I look at the price tag. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know about this. And she's like, well, that's the sale price. I'm like, that's the sale price? That's the same price as all the other ones. And then she showed me the real price. I'm like, I guess I'm getting that. She's like, okay, well, how are you paying? I'm like, I'm getting a credit card from you guys. I got a down payment, but I ain't paying this bitch off. You got a 25-year mortgage? Like,
oh my God.
So I took a little bit of money out. That's fully paid off, so no repo coming for that ring anytime soon. But, so that day, because at the time I was working with Paul still, and so he was kind of giving me the idea as well. So I get home, he's obviously the neighbor. I rush over there right away, and I'm like, yo, I'm doing this tomorrow, but I need to hide the ring at your house, because I can't bring that in there. She'll sniff it out. Women just know. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hide it here. So that night, we went to the movies, and then around midnight, went to a different friend's house for a party, but I was heart beating, everything ready for the next day. So I had a drink when I got there, and then didn't drink anymore. So about 3:30 in the morning, we drive home. So right by my house is a roundabout, and there's always accidents. There's always tomfoolery with people there. So we get there, and there's caution lights, tow truck lights. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, fuck, I can't take this roundabout.
Good? Like,
I think I'm dying. I might be gone. I got that acid reflux coming out real bad.
You think I'd be the gross one, but you're disgusting.
No, you just happen to be gross as well. I'm drinking Slurpees. But I digress. Right now. So I take, there's a little side road that leads to a road like a minute away. I quickly bust down that, start going. Cherries go on behind me. I'm like, what the fuck? Pulls me over. He's like, well, you just avoided a roadblock. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I didn't realize it was a roadblock. He's like, so I gotta give you a breathalyzer. So at the time I had my N. That means zeros. Had to blow on that bitch. I blew at 0.008. which is not 0. He said it was the equivalent to drinking half a beer 2 hours prior. I was like, so what does that mean? He's like, well, your driver's license is suspended for a day, and in 2 weeks you'll get your charges on what it's gonna be. So I'm about to go home and then go talk to Brittany's dad just to be like, hey, just so you know, I'm planning on doing this tomorrow. Instead, I'm calling Brittany's dad, hey, can you walk down the hill? I just got a DUI and I need my car back to the house. So that was a good start.
Kyle.
Saturday morning of, we get there, get in the car, which I can't drive to the steakhouse, so she doesn't know where we're going.
Hey, Brett, I'm a little tired. Can you drive us to this date that I set us up
for? Honestly, but like she was in the car with me, so she was there for all of it. But so then we get to the car, and I'm like, okay, real quick, I gotta run over to Paul's. I left something there. Go over there. Nobody's home. Paul didn't tell me that he wasn't going to be home in the morning when I had told him I needed it the next day. So I call him. Oh, no, I'm in Hope. Call Kim. So I call Kim, and she's like, oh, well, I'm in Agassiz at work. You can come get the keys from me. No, I can't. I have a 24-hour suspension. Hey, Britt, I need you to go to Agassiz and pick up keys. I know we were supposed to leave half an hour ago, but I just need to get something.
I need to drive to another town to go get the keys to come back to this town.
So, just to say she's a little bit upset at this point, because it seems like I'm really fumbling the bag on the 5-year anniversary since I didn't say shit to her 3 days prior on the actual day. So, we finally go. I'm all dressed to the nines, but I got this big-ass jacket on.
You better look nice, because you're acting like a fool right
now. This is the thing. I got my big-ass nice jacket, because it was supposed to rain. Didn't rain. The rain was in that pocket. I had to walk around in fucking like 20-degree weather with this giant jacket on, sweating my balls off, while Brittany makes fun of me all day. Like, why are you doing this? Put your jacket away. You look like a fool. Like, no, it's just, I'm a little bit chilly. Like, I gotta keep it on. I'm pretty small. I kind of get cold.
You look so stupid.
It's just so sad. Oh, it's so bad. And then, so we finally get to the steakhouse. And, originally, the plan was I was going to get like a bottle of champagne, put it in the glass, whatever. But now I'm like, well, I can't do that because I'm going to feel scared that if I have that sip, I'm going to get pulled over and now I'm going to lose my license again. I can't do that 2 days in a row. I can't do it. So no alcohol, no nothing. And I go down on one knee, ask her, and she's, really?
She wasn't ready for it at all.
She had no idea. She's like, I thought you got me like a braid, a bead for my bracelet. I'm like, I just dropped a car on you. What? And I'm like, okay, well, like, anyway, will we say yes now? Because she just said, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. Really. Like, I'm just saying fake. Like, yes. She finally said yes. But then it was just the funny view that I had was there was this girl probably 5 feet away from us sitting in the chair. We're at this, like I said, this is a $50 minimum steak. Like it cost $30 for a plate of potatoes. She's sitting there eating lunch. We did this. She doesn't even look up from her phone. A bunch of people are like clapping. She doesn't even look up because she's just that girl.
She doesn't give a fuck.
She doesn't give a fuck. So then, after this it goes good there. Get to the hotel. We go down, gamble a bit, and we come up. And apparently when I booked, I had accidentally booked the wrong suite, and I booked an engagement suite. So at the time that I booked, I didn't know I was proposing. So we get back up to the room.
Say a word if you didn't propose.
There's chocolate-covered strawberries, two glasses with a little bottle of champagne saying congratulations on your engagement. If I didn't propose, I was dead.
Yo!
I was dead. I was like, how does this hotel throw this at me with no word of warning? Like, how do you do this to me?
Planning things.
But it all worked out in the end because she said yes.
And then you're like, I'm nice.
And that's why I can expose this, because you said I do.
It's okay. That's like, I already told the story. I'm not going to repeat it, but the wedding ring thing, everything went fine, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think I've ever planned something that went according to it. I think all the final points all work out, but how we get there is an improvisation.
Improvisation.
Yeah, like I didn't know how to say that word, so I kind of improv'd it.
Fuck's sake, Kyle.
But yeah, that's how we got here. That's how we got married.
Improvised his education too.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I went through all of school without doing one day of homework, so that'll tell you what you need to know about my education.